DeFi staking platform, the DSP token, is it dead? What's going on? Where do we go from here? We're going to talk about that in this video. So let's get started. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is Crypto Wealth. I love talking about cryptocurrency. I love talking about the technology. I believe that cryptocurrency is the way to economic freedom in the future. If you agree with that, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into this. Now, I want to be totally transparent with my viewers right now at this very moment. Just so you know, I've talked about the DeFi staking platform. I have never, ever been sponsored in any way, shape, or form to talk about this platform, meaning I just talked about it because I felt like I missed out on the T2X platform. A lot of gains were made on this platform. DSP was a clone. I got in it, started talking about it. I did make about 10X on my Tron investment with T2X in 30 days, but T2X has been going on for a very long time now. They're on day, I don't know what day they're on. What day are they on? 104 days. And you can see they've been going on for quite a long time. So with all of that being said, once DSP launched, I jumped in on it. Now, even though it's never been sponsored, for full transparency for my viewers, I did receive Tron from the development team since my last video. Didn't ask for it. It was totally unsolicited. In fact, I didn't even know where it came from. One of my buddies, I said, hey, I got this Tron. Like, I don't know where this came from. I didn't know if I had an order on an exchange somewhere that had gotten canceled. I wasn't sure. And he actually is better looking at Tron Scan than I was. And he's like, are you familiar with Tron DeFi Bank? And I said, no. He said, well, that wallet created a contract once called Tron DeFi Bank, but I don't think there's anything going on with it. I don't think it's ever been used. And I said, okay. Well, I didn't know. And then the next day I had a message when I was in Telegram. One of the devs said, hey, check your DM. And it basically was, hey, we sent you a little token as appreciation. We like your videos, et cetera, et cetera. I'm glad they like my videos. I've tried to be honest and upfront with what I thought was going on in this space. That's the first actual interaction I had with the devs. So just giving you a heads up on that. I want my viewers to know that I'm going to be upfront with you. I do my best to be unbiased as possible, and I'll let you know when a video is sponsored, such as my last sponsored video I did. I'll link it above so you can look at that, and you can see that I said right in that video, this is a sponsored video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about DeFi staking platform, what's going on. As you can see, the dividends, the lobby dividend histogram, whatever, is going down. As you can see, we're down below single-digit millions. And a lot of people, I've seen comments where people said, you know, what's going on with DSP? What's going on with the DSP token? This is pretty much par for the course. This is a clone of T2X. You can kind of come over here and see that this is, you know, they're below 1 million. They've been at 1 million for a long time. The highest they were ever at was 4 million. And by the way, here's a million. They went back up. They went back down. Now they're below 1 million. They've been below 1 million before. This line is 1 million in the lobby. As you can see, they went days right back here, below 1 million, and went back up. It like consolidated over time. And I can tell you what causes this. I can explain it in a minute. It doesn't mean it's going to happen with DSP, but I can totally explain what goes on. First of all, you need to understand the mechanics. There's just not enough people who understand the mechanics. When you come into the lobby every single day, there's additional 2.4 million DSP created every single day right now. You can see every single day. And these DSP go to everybody who entered a lobby. And the less Tron that's in the lobby, the more tokens you get. The less it's in there, the more you get. I haven't went in yet today. I'm going to wait to see if this goes up to, was looking like it's going to hit 1 million. I'll go in. Hang on. I want to make sure it's going to hit 1 million. As long as it's over 1 million, I'll go in. But now you'll be able to see. So if we end, I'll get 3.4, so 3,400 DSP. Now, if this lobby goes to doubles, if it goes from 700,000 to 1.4 million, then this is going to cut in half. There's only 2.4 DSP, 2.4 million DSP that get distributed among everyone who comes in every day. That's how it works. It's how it's always worked. These dividends are essentially used. These Tron, 95% of this comes in to go out to all of the other holders of the DSP token. What that means is even if the lobby stays the same every day, if 1 million comes in every day, those dividends are going to be diluted every day by the new 2.4 million because that 2.4 million is eventually going to get staked. So the dividends will go down every day. It's called inflation. This DSP token is getting inflation, is getting inflated. The supply is going up every day by 2.4 million. That means tomorrow, if a million Tron comes in, that million Tron has to go through among all these staked DSPs plus the additional 2.4 million. So that's how inflation works. The inflation, supply and demand, if you wrap your head around that in this project, it's going to help you so much more in crypto. Now, the challenge is, what is the reason for people to keep coming in the lobby? You see, the returns are going down every day. That is normal. That is natural. It is expected because, again, I say this and I still get comments like, but the lobby's staying the same or the lobby went up. Why are dividends going down? Because every day there's more tokens. The Tron has to get spread among all the tokens. These tokens are getting inflated. So once you understand that, you're going to be golden. However, so you have to ask yourself, what's the point in coming in? The only reason to come in the lobby at this point is to get this token. And the only reason to use this token at this point is to stake it on the platform. When you stake it on the platform, you own a share of future dividends coming into the platform. But notice right now, that's the only use case. So the only use case is to stake it to get more dividends in the platform. Now, this is good and bad, I guess. The good thing is early on, we got really, why did T2X, why did they do this? Because early on, we were getting returns on investments of 200% and 300%, 400% just in like 2 or 3 days. Like, it was enormous. I saw someone said they got 700%, I think, in 5 days or something crazy. 4 days, 5 days, some crazy number. I saw somebody's YouTube video. Yeah, that's the kind of returns we were getting right here. And so did T2X, by the way. That's why you saw this huge spike. Why did you see this quick drop off right here? Very similar to ours. People think it was because of the drama that existed. Maybe that didn't help. But the reason you're seeing a drop off is because all of a sudden, these people who made mega gains, I mean, if you came in over here on T2X, at this point right here, you more than 10 times right here. You more than 10x'd. So there wasn't a lot of tokens. There wasn't a lot of days. And there's a huge volume of Tron coming in that got distributed among all these people. They more than 10x. These people took profits. They left. They didn't come back. So the next day, you didn't have nearly as many people in the platform. They weren't going to make a return on investment in 2 or 3 days. However, you see it slowed down here. Why? Because these people realized, hey, I'm not getting an investment in 2 or 3 days, but it's maybe taken 2 weeks. That's still better than anything else I can get in the Tron ecosystem or anywhere for that matter. And then what you saw happen down here was you saw a consolidation. It flatlined. Why? Down here, these people started realizing, hey, it's taking me about 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, maybe 2 months. But if I get my investment back in 2 months, that still ends up being like a 600% APY over the course of the year. So that's still good. Now, a lot of times, some of these people weren't even in the project back here, because if they were, they wouldn't have thought 30 days, 45 days, 2 months sounded good. But compared to everything else in the ecosystem, when you find it, it's like, wow, it takes me 2 months. I'm going to have everything back, and then I'm going to earn profits. And you see that it kind of consolidated, and people saw that, hey, we're earning every day. And so that you'll notice this stroke up, or this move up, was a little more gradual than this one. And it was more gradual because people were basically gaining belief. They were talking about it. They were sharing it with people, etc. Plus, somewhere in here, they came out with their exchange, which did give additional use case for the token. And however, eventually after the exchange, wore off the excitement of that, it kind of came over here and it's kind of leveled back out. Now they look like they dropped off really deep, but keep in mind, this is always the last day. This may come back up here. It may pop up here. This is just where they're at today so far at this point, which is they only have 376. DSP right now, same time, has 7. So it's still double. Right now for me on this platform is looking at, I'm about a 45-day, 30 to 45-day, 50-day return on my investments that I make right now at this very moment. So for me, I'm willing to just to keep, going in. Now, as far as anyone else, I'm not telling you to start coming in today. And if you were, I would not come in with a big old investment thinking you're going to make a quick ROI. No, if we had a crystal ball, if we knew they were going to stay at 1 million to 1.5 million, as long as I see this number above 1 million, for now I'm good. If it stays at 1.5, 2 million, I mean, I feel like at that point for me personally, I'm good. But that's just me. That's I'm not telling you to do that. Understand? That's just how I feel about it right now. I'm okay with a 2-month return on investment. So I'm just gonna float it out and kind of see what happens. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you to be careful in the Telegram, because I'm going to give you a tip right the heck now. If this thing right here, you look at this price. This is the price per DSP to Tron. Now, I wouldn't do it now, but after today, after the lobby sale, what happens? A lot of people will take their DSP tokens and they'll sell them because they would rather sell them as opposed to wait 30, 60, 90 days. Now, you can't necessarily do that on day one, but you can. What some people will do is they'll get into profit for, say, 2-3 weeks. And then they'll say, if I sell my DSP, I'm going to end up make a profit plus my Tron that I earned passively from having it staked. So they'll do shorter term time frames, and they'll do that sort of strategy. I don't do that strategy. I stake longer terms. I just want to have a big old net catching Tron when it comes in. That's me. That's kind of my strategy. That's not everybody's, but that's mine. So some people are selling these tokens. So for me, because I'm staking long term, I buy the tokens and I buy them on JustSwap. Now, people in the Telegram try to tell you not to do this. I'm telling you, people in Telegram don't understand economics. You need both. You need buyers and sellers of the token. They want nobody to sell. That's not realistic. And they want everybody just to keep buying in. And they say the silliest stuff like, it's like, kumbaya, let's support the project. We're all working together. By that logic, at some point, the last people going in, at some point, people get tired of waiting on ROI. At last, if they don't create a use case with this token, if there's not another reason to buy this token, at some point, the last people going in are left holding the bag. What's this kumbaya nonsense about? But if people can sell the token for profits and they find it profitable, that will give some people an increased incentive to come into lobby. Do you understand what I'm saying? If the JustSwap price is higher, let's just say right now the JustSwap price is going to be, say, around 3 Tron. At this very moment, it's going to be around 3 Tron. Well, if the price on the exchange, hypothetically, was, say, 4 Tron, then somebody would think, hey, let me come into the lobby, give me some cheaper tokens, and then I can go sell them on JustSwap. So if the price on JustSwap is higher, the only way the price gets higher on JustSwap is to buy. If the price collapses totally on JustSwap, at some point, that's a huge percentage of people that are coming in right now that stop coming in. Why? Because their token's worthless. And most people, almost nobody's coming in the lobby just to buy tokens and sell them. What they're doing is they're coming in the lobby, they're buying tokens, they're staking for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, and then they sell their tokens to get their Tron. And as long as the price is high enough that it makes sense to sell, and it's competitive, or it can be competitive with the lobby, you're giving people another incentive to come into the lobby. But if there's zero price action on JustSwap, if that price is in the toilet, if you're coming here getting DSP tokens for 3 Tron each, but you're on JustSwap buying them for about a Tron, which is what they are right now, by the way. If that's what you're doing, then there's no incentive to come into the lobby. I don't care how much kumbaya you want to sing in Telegram. I mean, someone in Telegram was like, oh, I was saying that in Telegram. They're like, oh, that's a selfish mentality. No, that's capitalism. That's realism. That's how economics works, supply and demand. So ladies and gentlemen, don't fall for that nonsense. I do think it's a good idea to come into lobby. A, I like to support the project. B, I can't guarantee what the price is going to be on JustSwap necessarily. But my favorite time to check out JustSwap is right after they pay out dividends, because people's stakes are being completed and they dump the price. It's the lowest price you're going to find on JustSwap. All you got to do is come over here to JustSwap. You got to come over here to DSP. By the way, avoid that SWD token. I just dumped that thing totally. So, I got some DSP tokens. Oh, yes, I have some DSP tokens to stake. So you come over here, switch it so you're at Tron, and like right now, 1,000 Tron would get me 1,200 tokens. We'll see where we end up today. It's about 0.8 Tron, 0.8 Tron per DSP. I can tell you today when dividends go out, that's probably going to drop a little bit. It may drop to 0.7, 0.6. Now, as I talk about dilution, here's another thing that happened with T2X. Dilution, the speed, the rate at which we get diluted slows down drastically over time. It's another reason you see this consolidation right here. Because keep in mind, on day 2, let's go back to DSP on the lobby. On day 2, if you got in on day 1 at 2.5 million, on day 2 they paid out almost 2.5 million. You got diluted by 100% because there's basically 100% more tokens created. By day 3, you only got diluted by like 33% based on tokens, not talking about what comes in over here. Most people didn't realize that dilution was happening because the rate at which Tron was coming in was growing faster than the rate of dilution. But you're getting diluted every day. But the rate that you get diluted over time is going down. Because they send out 40,000 less every day. Plus, right here, it's less than 1/12. So right now, we're getting diluted at about 1/19 of what we were originally. A little less than that because they put a little less in the pool every day, the auction pool every day. So dilution kind of levels out. So we're getting that ROI right now somewhere between the 30 to 60 day range. We may stay in that range for a while potentially, depending on if the lobby stays above 1 million or so. We should stay in that range for a little while longer. Now, the real wild card here is what are the devs going to do? I am not holding my breath that they're going to create a use case for this token. At this point, this looks like a big fat experiment, just like T2X, on token distribution. It's an interesting token distribution model, but it doesn't look like at this point it's going anywhere else. Now, I could be behind. I haven't checked Telegram today. I usually peek into Telegram, and I'm going to show you some nonsense in the Telegram in a minute just so you can kind of get an idea of what goes on in Telegram. But understand that if they come up with a use case of this token, it's going to cause the price in JustSwap to go up. If suddenly this token shot up to 10 TRX, and I would see people say things in Telegram, can't wait till this token hits 20 TRX or 15 TRX, I would think, that's not ever going to happen. It's selling at 1 TRX now. I'm so sorry that you're sitting on 100,000 DSP tokens and you think they're going to go to 15 TRX each. There's not a reason for that to ever happen. If this lobby pumps, maybe the token will go up. That doesn't make sense. There's not a reason for the lobby to go up right now. But if they create a use case in this token, and I don't know what use case that would be, preferably more than just an exchange, preferably a reason for people to want to hold this token, a reason for people to want to buy it. If they can create a use case, and I don't know what that would be yet, but they claim there's future development coming, so we'll just have to wait and see. But if they created a use case for this token, now all of a sudden the price may go up to 3 or 4 or 5 Tron. Or God forbid it went up to 10 or 15 because people for some reason were wanting to buy it. The challenge is there's 2.4 million going out every day. So even if people wanted to buy it, there's 2.4 million going out every single day. But if they created a use case where people wanted to buy the token, if that were to happen, then this is a game changer. This is a game changer. Because now all of a sudden, a lot more people would come in the lobby because the price on JustSwap would go up. And it would be cheaper to buy tokens on the lobby, which would eventually cause the lobby to go up. JustSwap and the lobby are going to stay relative to each other. If you see a low lobby day, like all of a sudden, like yesterday was low, I promise you the price on JustSwap is going to be lower or around the same. It's going to be lower than it was the day before. That's why I say it's better to wait till you get your payout to see at what price you got your tokens. Know that the price always dips right afterwards because there are people dumping tokens. But within a few hours, you'll see the price kind of come back up, and it's going to be within some sort of reason of around where this price was. If this price goes down, if the lobby goes down, you'll see JustSwap go down. If the lobby goes up, you'll see JustSwap go up, and vice versa. If JustSwap goes up drastically, you're going to see a lot more people coming in the lobby because all of a sudden it's going to be cheaper in the lobby than it is on JustSwap. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's assuming they create a use case. I don't think T2X has really created a big use case yet. I'm not holding my breath that DSP is going to create a use case. at this point, I will keep going in the lobby because I am getting pretty good returns. But it's risky. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens long term with this whole project. I don't recommend you necessarily come in this project, particularly if you're not in there now. And if you do come in, I would just come in with small amounts. Just be careful for the Telegram. Here, I'm from day 4 in DSP, and since then every day I'm in auction. And believe me now, it's the best time to buy DSP in auction. No, it's not. What Kool-Aid are you drinking? The best time was the first 2 or 3 days. This guy's an absolute liar. I mean, I can't figure out if these are paid shills or just morons or just fanboys. You know, every project's got fanboys. Do not hesitate. One day you'll regret it. Okay, sure, maybe not. Nice project. Chill pill chatting. Okay. I'm just looking. Same here. Perseverance is the key to success in crypto. Okay. Perseverance in an inflationary asset that's going down that also has decreasing returns every day. That's not necessarily perseverance. Hi everyone. I'm just going through here. There's a couple of funny stuff in here I want to read. Someone said, keep buying. Exactly. If everyone would do what we do. Okay, great. If only everyone did it. Guys, we increase in messaging here. Let's increase in entering the lobby with huge stakes, please. And then this is the best part. Someone down here said to that guy, good idea. You go first. Exactly. You know, there was some girl in Telegram the other day, or I assume it was a girl, named like a girl, but she was in Telegram or he was in Telegram, whoever it was. And they were like, guys, we got to go in. We got to pump this up, you know, so on and so forth. And I was talking about, they were saying, don't buy on JustSwap, go into lobbies. And I said, there's nothing wrong with buying on JustSwap. If you pick up all the cheap DSP on JustSwap, if the community picks up the DSP on JustSwap, it's going to give more reason for other people to come into the lobby. That's how it works. And she made some comment about I was being selfish. And I was like, you just don't understand economics, basically. And then I said, well, why don't you just go take you a 20 million Tron loan out somewhere, go mortgage your house, get you a 20 million Tron loan, and go pump up that lobby with 20 million Tron, because it's good for everybody. And you know all the future investors are going to make you whole, and that will be really good. So in other words, I was basically saying, I want you to put your money where your mouth is. Like, this is crazy. And her response was, this is a narrow-minded individual. Ladies and gentlemen, just be careful. I mean, I think typically Telegram is great, particularly if you want to hear from admins and devs and get feedback, etc. But you got to think independently. Don't fall for the groupthink. Groupthink will cause you to be broke. I don't necessarily recommend that you get into the DeFi staking platform at this point in time. I would change my tune if I saw they were coming out with some sort of use case, but I don't expect that. I mean, they're a clone of a clone, essentially. So I don't necessarily expect that. I got into this thing because I knew I could make a quick ROI just on the token distribution model alone. That's it. Just on the token distribution model alone. I hold a lot of these tokens because I have long-term stakes. I don't think I've sold even one token yet. I actually am going to hold these tokens probably for a long time. And I suspect when I do sell them, they will be worth pretty much nothing, just so you know. And I've owned that from the beginning. I've never been the one here telling you you should compound, collect those DSP tokens. That was never me. I've never said that. I've never thought that was a good idea. And I still don't think it's a good idea. Personally, I don't think it's a great idea to go sell on JustSwap. Only because I don't think there's a point in doing it. I don't think most people, when people are compounding their DSP tokens, a lot of the people that are dumping on JustSwap, I don't know if they're making a return. I mean, they would here, but at some point it's harder to make a return selling on JustSwap. And that might also be why this happens, because less people sell on JustSwap after a while. It's just not worth it. That might be why this goes up as well. Now, I'm not telling you the DSP is going to do that. DSP obviously didn't have this big spike. It's a different project. People oftentimes look at this project to figure out what they want to do over there, the whole 9 yards. But we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, they only got 325,000 Tron. DSP's, you know, at twice as many right now. So that makes me feel good. But we'll just have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep you posted. That's for dang sure. So smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, crypto equals freedom. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.